I did indeed end up adding a row of fuzzy red just to make it one little touch more funky. And what are you gonna do about it?
You're always making it obvious that I wear sweatpants secretly when I record, but you make it not a secret. Sunday is not giving up the seat, I fear. I'm sitting crazy because Sunday's right here under the blanket and she doesn't know how to share the chair very well. Today we are talking Bonnaroo. Kelsey, what's Bonnaroo? I'm glad you asked. Bonnaroo is a huge music and arts festival here in Middle Tennessee. I shouldn't have said here because I don't live in Middle Tennessee, but I do live in Tennessee. That's why I said here. I live like 3.5 hours away, 4 hours away. Editor, fact check me. How many hours away am I from Bonnaroo? I'm that many hours away. I'm the editor, by the way. Bonnaroo is on a 700-acre farm. Is that right? I think that's right. Editor, is it 700 acres? I think it is. First thing you'll see every time you go to the Bonnaroo subreddit or the Bonnaroo Instagram page is a bunch of people in the comments like, I don't like the lineup and I'm not going. Don't go, because it's more than the lineup, okay? I've been what, 6 times? I cannot remember. I think I've been 6 times, maybe 5. The most fun I ever had at Bonnaroo was the time it had the worst lineup, in my opinion, amongst the times I went. And the time it had one of the best lineups, I ended up getting COVID. So you never know when you're gonna have the most fun at Bonnaroo, okay? It really is not all about the lineup, so take the lineup with a grain of salt. Some people even buy the tickets before the lineup comes out. I've done that a few times. It's an experience, okay? It's not just about the music. And I guarantee you're gonna find an artist that you didn't know that you're gonna love. Go to Bonnaroo if you have access. I've been to many music festivals. Bonnaroo is my favorite. It's also conveniently the closest to me. Well, I don't know, I might be equally close to Music Midtown, but I prefer a festival where I get to camp. Honest to goodness, 40% of the experience comes from the camping because you don't spend that much time at your camp. But I have the best, most powerful, funniest memories from being at the camp with my friends. Yeah, sometimes you get to your campsite really late at night and you're all disheveled and you hardly have any light and you've walked 18 miles that day and you and your friends just, everything's funny. You know when everything's going wrong and everything's funny? That happens all the time at music festivals. So why are we talking about Bonnaroo right now? Because Bonnaroo's coming up, duh, it's in June. And I need to make an outfit, even though I'm not going. I was looking at all my rainbow yarn and I was like, this looks like a music festival. I should make an outfit for Bonnaroo, even though I'm not going. So that's what we're doing today. Hi, it's Kelsey from the future because I just realized I forgot to film an intro, which I have been doing lately and that disappoints me. If you came here for professionalism, get on out of here. Hi friends, welcome to Funshine Fab Crochet. I am Kelsey and today we are making a Bonnaroo outfit together. I got started without you. I always do because I have to count when I make the waistband, so that's boring. I'm not gonna put you through it. So let's talk Bonnaroo. What goes on there? What doesn't? Okay, there's a 5K, there's yoga. People get married there. There is a pride parade. I think there are maybe multiple parades, but I might be making that up. There are crafts. There's a giant water slide. Bonnaroo has it all. And this year, 2026, the lineup is fire, I think. It's always a matter of opinion. I can tell you that this year, Kesha is gonna be there and she's one of my favorite artists of all time. And she's from Tennessee and it's her first time there. I think she's gonna put on a heck of a show, okay? Honestly, the only downside of Bonnaroo I can think of is a selfish one, and that is that it happens in the middle of June. And that just happens to be my busy season with work. I basically miss out on Bonnaroo. That's why I'm missing out on Bonnaroo this year at least. It's basically just camping, playing in the water, being with your friends, making arts and crafts, eating crazy foods. They have the best pizza I've ever had in my life at Bonnaroo. It's raining at the end of my street, but not on this end of the street. Oh wait, here it comes. Can you hear it hitting my roof? I'm allergic to not going to Bonnaroo. I gotta go. This rain reminds me that last week when I was making my video, I was complaining a little about how it had been sunny like 10 days in a row and it hadn't rained and I was getting FOMO because I wanted to be outside, but I was inside crocheting. Okay, I'll never do that again because it's rained like 7 days in a row now and I am trapped inside. And I'm never happy. And that's showbiz, baby. Ask and you shall receive. You know, as I work on this skirt, I will tell you, There's nothing more convenient to wear to a music festival than some good old-fashioned denim shorts. Or just any shorts with pockets, I guess. Having 4 pockets is so convenient. I always have a fanny pack too, but it's like, you carry a lot of stuff. We usually have multiple backpacks, multiple fanny packs, pockets, you name it. But the convenience of being able to stick your phone in your back pocket and just go about your day, indescribable. However, jean shorts aren't always the vibe, okay? I usually wear them like 1 of the 4 days. And it's usually the last day because I'm tired of wearing cute, non-functional clothes. I'm still using yarn I got from Christmas, by the way. Christmas. I never have yarn this long. I could get a day pass to go to Bonnaroo, but I'm pretty sure it's like 175 bucks, and it's like, I'd still have to drive all the way down there and then drive all the way back in one day. And I'm not saying that's not worth it, because $175 to be there all day and see all those artists is worth it, quite frankly. But I wouldn't exactly call my car reliable. And it's my busy season. Like I said, I'm gonna have to be working that day. Really, all I have to do is crochet like rainbow tops and ship them. And yes, there is a post office at Bonnaroo. So I could be shipping from there, which is crazy. But it's just the fact that I would have to stay behind without my friends sometimes and just like sit and work. But it's hard to give up one of your busiest work weeks when you're self-employed. If you get it, you get it. One time I didn't plan on going to Bonnaroo at all, but they had a really low attendance that year, and somebody was selling a ticket for like 180 bucks. And taxes and fees, I forget where I bought it, but taxes and fees were really low. I paid less than $200 for a wristband, which was bananas. And the wristband got to my house the day before we left, or maybe the day we left for Bonnaroo. And I went with just my bestie, Cam. That was the only time I'd ever been with just one other person. It was a lot of fun. It was like the hottest year ever though. There was like a heat dome, I think is what it was called. I'd never even heard that phrase before, or that term. Setting up the tent, it was like the real feel, or whatever the weather calls it, was like 100 and something degrees. Sweated off all my makeup and sunscreen immediately. Also, as soon as we got there, the truck in front of us, like our neighbors that we were camping beside, threw it in reverse and just backed straight into my friend's car. They ended up being like, can I just give you cash and we just keep insurance out of it? And he was like, yeah. And I'm pretty sure he didn't tell his mom, who was an insurance agent. So if you're watching this, Bev, sorry about that. Okay, it's a new day. But why, Kelsey? We hardly got anything done yesterday. Okay, I had a lot to do yesterday. Unexpectedly, I had stuff pop up. Mostly Austin bringing home Chipotle, and then it got too dark to film. I got a late start. Sunday's drinking water. Can you hear it? And then this morning I had an Etsy order that I had to fulfill, so your girl is busy. I looked down yesterday when I was recording, and the vibes just weren't vibing. Like, everything just felt like it was going wrong. And I looked down at the blanket I was using, and there was just mud all over it. So I was like, you know what? Let's get a fresh start tomorrow. And today is tomorrow, and we are fresh starting. But let's talk a little more about Bonnaroo, shall we? I had a friend that was like, well, I want to go to Bonnaroo, but I have kids. And I was like, girlfriend, Bonnaroo is for all ages, quite literally. I'm pretty sure if your kids are under 8, they get in for free. Or maybe it's kids 8 and under get in for free. Editor, is that true? Do children 8 and under get into Bonnaroo for free with an adult with a ticket? So there you have it. I acted like yesterday was a fluke busy day, but the reality is I am also busy today. When I checked the weather app last night, it said it was going to storm today. And then I woke up and it was like barely cloudy at all, mostly sunshine. And it's still sunny. And I'm like, I think you lied to me. We'll talk more about Bonnaroo, I'm sure. But I bought foundation recently. It was Maybelline, the Fit Me foundation. And that's all I've used for years. In the same shade, number 125. And the reason I love it is it matches my self-tanner. But I bought some the other day because I was running low. Tell me why I got it home and it was like 4 shades lighter than the normal 125 I have. And I know that because I had some left in a bottle. So I took a picture of the bottles side by side, newer one much lighter than the other, and the little caps that said 125 on the top of both. And I know what you're thinking, Kelsey, you can switch the caps. I know, but I looked at the back of the bottle and it also had 125 on it, so no one had switched the caps. So what did I do? I contacted Maybelline, okay? And I never do this to companies, but I was devastated because I need a color matching foundation. I sent them a picture, a little email, and I was like, these colors don't match. I'm devastated. 125 matches me perfectly. So I contacted them, told them the jig was up, okay? And what did they do? They sent me a $10 voucher for a new Maybelline product. I mean, the foundation is like just under $9 where I live, at least. Like, okay, Maybelline, I forgive you. So I went to Walmart to get 125 again and hope it was gonna be the right color. They didn't have it. They were out of 125. So I went with 128, which was the next closest shade that matched my skin tone. And guess what? I got it home. It was also lighter than 125. Hello, they get darker as the numbers increase. So I'm still on the hunt for my foundation match. Something I was reflecting on going back through my videos recently. It's insane how much I love rainbows and wear rainbows and crochet rainbow stuff. But going back through my videos, I haven't really made that much rainbow stuff. It's my favorite thing to make, my favorite color scheme, if you will. And it made me really excited about this project because obviously June is the perfect time to wear rainbows. It's Pride Month, it's summer. Bonnaroo is the perfect place to wear rainbows. It's in Pride Month, it's summer. And honestly, there aren't enough excuses to just wear rainbow in the wild. Obviously you can wear whatever you want, but it's like, I feel like with rainbows, sometimes you tread a fine line between pride event, yay, and looking like a clown, boo. And recently I was cleaning up in the bedroom. I found a bunch of flash tattoos and other stuff that I took to Bonnaroo. And I was like, I completely forgot flash tattoos even existed. I've done a lot of color combinations of rainbows in my day. I usually do 2 purples, right? Because Roy G. Biv is indigo and violet at the end. Those are purples, right? I've done 2 blues before, but this is the first time I've ever done 2 greens. I gotta move this ring, it's hitting my crocheting finger. But yeah, if you consider this to be a green, that top one, because I would kind of call that blue, but I'm pretty sure it has something about C in the name. I've been watching a lot of Cops, like the show. Because if you don't know, there are a bunch of compilations on YouTube of Cops. Seems like a terrible job. But realistically, any job in which I have to run, okay, count me out. Count me out. Some of these yarns I'm using are thicker than others, but what can you do? I always take boots to Bonnaroo and I'm like, oh, boots will be so cute with this outfit. But then it's like when I get there and it feels 100 degrees, not a shot, I'm wearing boots. So I always end up in like Birkenstocks and Chacos. Because the reality is when you're walking 20 miles a day, your feet are gonna hurt no matter what you're wearing. But you might as well have cool feet instead of hot ones. So no boots. One year at Bonnaroo, we took a kiddie pool and every time we were cleaning out the cooler and refilling it with new ice, we would put the old ice into the kiddie pool and it was amazing to put your feet in. This is probably as good a time as any to tell you that I am begging you for 1,000 subscribers. Austin told me when I get 1,000 subscribers, he'll take me to my favorite seafood restaurant, and I haven't been there in years. But also, I post all kinds of craft with me, crochet stuff, tutorials on this channel. So if that's your vibe, for real, consider subscribing. And if you have any ideas for future videos, you should let me know those in the comments, because I'm always looking for ideas. I ended up finishing the skirt without you, but who cares about that skirt? This is no longer the star of the show, okay? Originally, I was gonna make a top that matched the skirt, but then I was like, I don't know, too matchy-matchy. And then I was like, I could just wear a solid bikini top with it because I'm gonna be wearing a bikini underneath, right? Wrong. I was looking at all the colors that we had used to make that skirt, and I was like, I guess I could make a matching one. I have so much yellow yarn though. And then it came to me, because what's yellow? Smiley faces are yellow, duh. So I made this cutesy little smiley face top, and I thought we could add matching fringe to the bottom that matches the skirt. Are you feeling me? The only downside is I am out of the red I used at the top of the skirt, but I think it's gonna be fun if I just use the other colors. Can I fit 3 in here? I'm planning to add them in every other stitch because some of these yarns are thick and I'm afraid if I put them too close together, it's gonna get all wavy and wonky. And I love the way this pink and yellow looks together. It kind of makes me just want to use pink. If I was actually going to Bonnaroo, I would do my makeup and I'd have rainbow nails, you know, the works. When we put our little outfit on, you'll just have to pretend with me. Use your imagination. I thought about adding some fuzzy yarn to the skirt. I kind of want this outfit to be festival to the max, right? So like sequins, fuzzy, fringe, everything you think of when you think of a music festival outfit. The weeds are a little tall because it's rained a lot lately, so don't judge me right now, except on the outfit. Okay, finished product. Complete with my Bonnaroo fanny pack, of course, because why not? Like I said, I didn't have red yarn to use for the fringe, but I think it works out because it kind of covers the red portion of the skirt. I did indeed end up adding a row of fuzzy red just to make it one little touch more funky. And what are you gonna do about it? Nothing. In case I didn't sell it hard enough, you really should try to go to Bonnaroo at least once. If anybody wants to smuggle me in their car for Bonnaroo, let me know, because I am feeling smuggleable. You know, I've been talking a lot about my favorite Bonnaroo memories, and I just totally forgot to mention that I got engaged at Bonnaroo in 2019. It was the one year that they didn't have the arch, right? The big arch that says Bonnaroo. They had a squarch. It was like a big rectangle that was like digital, or I don't know, digital, what does that even mean? It was like a TV rectangle. Anyway, that's the video. It's hotter than the devil's toenails out here, so I'm gonna go back inside. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I convinced at least one person to go to Bonnaroo, okay? Because it is a hoot. I appreciate you watching this video. I especially appreciate you watching all the way to the end, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.